Let's focus on a story where SEBI does not seem to be in a mood to transfer the surplus fund to the government. SEBI Chairman has written a letter to PMO and the Finance Ministry to reconsider the budget proposal of transfer of surplus funds. Nirmala Sitharaman, in her maiden budget, proposed SEBI board to make the reserve fund and transfer 25% surplus fund in the reserve fund every year. Even brokers and employee unions have written a letter to Finance Ministry and the PMO to reconsider the budget proposal. Rahul Kumar joins us with all the details.
Well, indeed, as you said, not only SEBI Chairman but SEBI employee associations, brokers have also written a letter to Government of India regarding this transfer of surplus cash to Consolidated Fund of India. Well, let me tell you, Nirmala Sitharaman in her maiden budget proposed that the surplus cash of SEBI will be transferred to Consolidated Fund of India. Well, let me tell you that SEBI has a very different revenue model. It generates its revenue from subscription model, etc., etc., and it doesn't depend much on Government of India for its fund requirement. Now, SEBI Employees Union in its letter has made it clear the transfer of surplus of SEBI General Fund to the Consolidated Fund of India and the requirement of approval is very problematic and surprising, and it is very regressive in nature, and it's against the spirit of SEBI Act 1992. Brokers have also written a letter to Finance Ministry, and they have cited that it will affect the entire regulatory market, and it will affect the autonomy of SEBI. Well, we are on this news, and in case of any update, it will come in next coming half an hour or in a day. We will update you with day-to-day happening.
That, of course, is Rahul Kumar joining in with that latest news. The autonomy debate has been ignited yet again. It's once again SEBI versus government over surplus funds. So that, of course, is now, after RBI, now it's SEBI essentially. We have with us Mr. J.N. Gupta, the founder and MD of SES, and also a former executive director of SEBI. So he will be able to give us a great perspective on this story. So, Mr. Gupta, like my colleague Rahul was saying, essentially the SEBI chairman has written to the Prime Minister's office and the Finance Ministry asking about reconsidering that reserve fund transfer proposal. What side of the story are you on? How would you be in favor of what the SEBI chairman is asking the PMO and FM to do to reconsider that reserve fund transfer proposal?
There is no question of being in favor or against what SEBI chairman has written. The fact is the financial freedom is core to the independence of an individual's life or an organization's life. So if an individual wants to be independent, he has to have a financial freedom away from his parents. Similarly, for a statutory organization to be a parent, you can make any amount of act and give all powers to a regulatory organization. But if you do not give that organization a financial freedom, all those legislations become a paper legislation. They will have no meaning in real life. So in order for SEBI to be absolutely independent, and that is what is required, there should be complete financial freedom to SEBI. And complete financial freedom doesn't mean that SEBI will fritter away money here and there anyway, because they are anyway audited by CAG. So the issue is very clearly, please do not hit the core of independence. If you hit the core of independence by asking SEBI to be financially dependent on ministry, by transferring all the funds, and whenever you need anything for capital budget or anything, you go to this thing. So this will lead to two things. So one, it will hit the financial independence and overall independence. The second, the SEBI may a smart chairman in future may use different means to keep the financial freedom. And rather than having a different means to keep financial freedom, I would always propagate the straight path. No interference from the government, or let the CAG be audited, let there be yardsticks of investment, but there cannot be the fact that for every penny SEBI will have to look into Finance Ministry, because once you have transferred the reserve fund, you will need sanction from the ministry, and it is difficult to get money. So I would say, please leave SEBI untouched. SEBI is doing a good job, and if you find something SEBI is lacking, correct that rather than stifle SEBI.